First, let's take a look at the hardware component of the NFT keychain project. This device acts as a cold wallet to safely and redundantly store NFT key data. Additionally, it features a display so that you can view the images stored on a device. Let's take a look at the components that make this project possible. Let's take a look at the 3D model of the keychain's shell we designed. The large rectangular cutout is for the display. The two smaller circular cutouts are for the buttons. Here are 3 threaded holes in order to secure both sides of the shell together. Looking at the side here, we see a large pass-through for a micro USB cord. Further along the side wall is the insert for the on-off toggle switch. And if we flip the project around, we can see where the screws go, as well as the mounting point for the display. We did all that 3D modeling so that we could print our own case that fits our internals and screen perfectly. Here we see our shell being built layer by layer, as well as the path the extruder takes along the build process. The end product is a shell perfect for our application. Let's take a look at the internals of our project. Here we can see our microcontroller, which facilitates the connection between the display, SD card, peripheral buttons, as well as the serial communication with our web app. Next up is our display, which happens to double as an SD card reader. Here's an inside look at our 2 buttons. These buttons are used for switching left and right between images, as well as toggling on and off slideshow mode. Lastly, here's our battery controller, which connects the microcontroller to an internal battery.
Now, let's walk through a demo of our web page. If this is your first time accessing the web page, you'll want to click Create Account. This takes you to the Create Account screen, where you can provide a unique username and a password. Now that we're logged in, let's take a look at some of the buttons available to the user. There's an Add NFT button, a Transfer button, a Delete button, and a Logout button. Let's jump to another user who has already populated their collections page with NFTs. As you can see, each NFT has an image, title, key, and URL. By clicking the link, the user will open that NFT's page in a new tab. The Get Key button allows the user to retrieve their NFT's key from the NFT keychain. When this occurs, there's a pop-up on the NFT keychain informing the user that the key has been retrieved. The user may also delete NFTs from their collections page. They can do this by selecting the NFTs they want to delete and clicking the delete button. When this occurs, the user will see a pop-up on the NFT keychain informing them that some of their keys have been removed. Of course, users can add more NFTs to their collections page. To do this, they must provide the URL to their NFT, a title, and their NFT's key. After a few seconds, the NFT that has just been added will show up on the collections page. If the user wants to transfer their NFTs from the collections page to the NFT keychain, they can select the NFTs they want to transfer and then click the transfer button. A transfer progress bar will show up on the NFT keychain, informing the user that the transfer is in progress. Once complete, the user will have access to their NFTs on the NFT keychain.
When someone wants to add an NFT to their collection for later transfer to the keychain, we need to know which NFT they would like to add. They are prompted with entering a URL associated with that NFT, a title they would like for it, and the key for that NFT. The key is what's used for ownership, so when it's entered, we encrypt it using the account's password hash. We need the URL to the NFT so we can go there and get information about the NFT for them. One prominent piece of information we are looking for is the image associated with the NFT. To collect this, we run a server hosting everything needed to send requests for this data to be parsed from the web page. The first thing the server does when receiving a request is opening a headless browser using Puppeteer. After the page finishes loading, we parse through the results to find the image. After collecting the information and saving a temporary copy of the image, we modify its resolution to be 240 by 240 so it can fit on the keychain screen. The request to the server is completed after removing the larger, temporary copy of the file. The NFT's URL, its given title, and the path to the resized image is saved to our database for later transfer to the keychain. The web page updates the shown collection after the web scraper finishes saving the image.